How cool is that? And we're back. So I have recorded like 3 episodes that you haven't seen. Happy New Year. It's finally 2019, but it's been that for like almost a month and we haven't talked since then, so Happy New Year. Like I said, crap. My front door panel, the handle's broken, so I have to unlock it from the back and get in that way. My 2019's off to a great start. I hope yours is too. I wanted to talk about something specifically that came up in a conversation yesterday. So frustrating. A wedding planner who I will allow to identify herself if she chooses to. She and I were having a conversation in this group that we're a part of about perception and about brand. And one of the things that she mentioned, people have commented on the size of her house as it relates to the expectation of what she would live in as a wedding planner doing the work she's doing. Let me repeat that. People were underwhelmed by the size of her house because they expected that the size of the wedding she does meant that she would live in a bigger, fancier house. That makes me angry. Like, it's so frustrating and it's so liberating to be talking about this. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I have a wedding planner friend that drives a Maserati. I know another wedding planner friend who just built a stunning house like on the water in a big city, like gorgeous, gorgeous house. I know, plenty of wedding planners that are decked out in Louboutin and, whatever else. And like, they just live the life. And I get that. And the reality is that's the life my clients live. And that's cool. But it's not the place that I'm at, It's not a judgment on them. Frankly, it's something I aspire to. It's just, I'm not there yet. And so I find as such that A, I'm kind of embarrassed by the life I live, and B, it's hard for me to be transparent sometimes. So like, I have a pretty strong sense of taste, and I bring that into every project that I do, and my clients come to me for that, but I don't curate every part of my life. And to be honest, like, I can't afford to do all the things that I want to do. I drive a beater Scion with a door that doesn't work because that's where I am in life. But because my clients aren't that, because some of my peers aren't that, there's this sense that I should be embarrassed by that. This was a little experiment. I'm really excited about what this is going to turn into, but that's for another video. So, like, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying, this is no judgment on the people who live that kind of life. Like, frankly, if I'm honest, I'm a little jealous. Like, yeah, I would love some of those things. I'd love a Tesla right about now, It's just not, it's not my lot in life right now. And that's totally okay to me, but I live under this, like, under the thumb of the idea that it might not be okay to my clients. Or to you. Now, the reality is if you're watching this, there's a chance that like you're another printer or a maker or whatever, and that's cool. But I made this channel so that my clients can get a sense of who I am. And the way I work, the way I think. And I've had this problem with this tag hanging out. Who makes a tag that long inside of a hat? I'm perfectly content with where I am. I mean, I'm not. I want to grow. But like, I'm not unhappy here. I'm not personally embarrassed by anything about my life. Like, this is me, and I'm cool with it. I hope you're cool with it. I don't need you to be cool with it. I'm still cool with it. But the reality is, as I try to put this business out into the world, like, there's this sense that everything has to be curated. Everything has to be like polished. We're worried about the wrong things. Like, for me, this work is meant to transform you. It's meant to transform your relationships with your people. That's the only thing that matters. These presses, they're in service to that. The computer that I use to design with, it's in service to that. Me, I'm in service to that. This space is in service to transforming your relationships with your people through stationery. Now, I've been like playing around with the phrase like, you know, how am I different than other people? Well, first of all, I don't come from the assumption that stationery is paper. It can be metal, it can be concrete, it can be acrylic, it can be wood, it can be a million other things. I come at it from this strange place, and I like that about me, and I want to say that more, but what I want to say the most is, it's my head and my heart that you pay for. It's my ability to extract out of you the things that you care about the most and turn it into something representational, into a proxy for you and your relationship with your people. And I could do that in a warehouse like I did for 3 years. I can do that in a shared office space like I did during that time. I can do it in here. None of that matters. What's up? I need like a no solicitors sign or something. I want to have this conversation like right now. I've shared a link of this video to like groups of luxury wedding people because I want them to comment. And I'm hoping that you're watching it right now and you're going to comment down below. And even if you're not in that world, let's have a conversation here. What pressure do you feel? Is it real? Is it in your head? Like, am I making this up? Yeah, I want to go to the events decked out in Tom Ford. You know, I want to lose like 40 pounds first, but like, that's what I want to do. I'm content not doing that right now. But I feel pressure to not be at ease in that. And that sucks. Like, I don't need that pressure. I need the headspace to do the work. I need to be clear enough to be focused on my clients, on you. And if you're my clients, do you care about that stuff? I always find like this joy in going to like, I don't know, the cobbler, like with his like gritty shop and kind of seeing that going on, or like a furniture maker in this kind of like big dirty warehouse. Like, I enjoy that. I think other people do too. But you juxtapose that against, you know, like the private flights and, you know, fam trips and go visit all these beautiful locations. And I'm like hanging out in my studio, a little jealous of everybody, trying to find my place in this world. And you know, I've been feeling this kind of the whole time. It's been a part of my experience. But I was encouraged and disheartened at the same time to see someone who I really look up to in the industry, someone I'm really kind of trying to figure out how to work with, a wedding planner who, to me, represents the epitome of taste and luxury and style. And for her to express those same fears or concerns of like, how much of my life do I show? Should I be embarrassed by my status? And like, man, it's so freaking frustrating. And I don't know what to do with it. I haven't processed it yet. Like this conversation just happened last night, and I promised I'd make this video today because it's something I'm really struggling with right now. Wrestling with, that's the right term. I've taken to calling these my shop shoes. They were kind of nice at one point, but you know, covered in paint and everything else. This is a failed experiment. I'm working with a client right now who cares about layering. And so I wanted to see what would happen if I glued vellum to another sheet and I was hoping that the inconsistencies in the gluing would dry up, but this didn't work. I'm hoping maybe I can find another way to do it. I want to include this idea of layering in this client's project. It's something he values. He's an architect, and he values kind of the idea of kind of layering and taking away, and so I think there's something there. And as I say, and taking away, maybe that's the answer. Maybe I don't have to glue it, because that can be a part of the experience. So anyway, I was hoping I could use this for something, you know, print on inside, on this side of this sheet, and then cover it and print more and kind of create an overlay, but one that was fixed. It didn't work this way, but we'll find another way. What a wild day it's been. I talked about this on Insta Live just a little bit ago, and man, did it resonate. A lot of people talking about the challenges that if you are here because of that Insta Live, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This concept's resonating with a lot of people. Now, I'll tell you, a good friend of mine who is, you know, he's in this world, but he certainly sees it very differently than I do. The phrase he used was something like, "Why are you looking for an excuse to be a slob?" I think that's literally what he said. What a friend, right? You know, yeah, I mean, what I told him is, well, literally, he missed this tag issue. He missed the whole point. Like, that's literally the point, is this is me, and why should who I am, the way I dress, the car I drive, why should that be an indicator of my craft? I think that's a fair way to say it. Well, I already showed you Seth Godin's new book. This is a different cover. It came with 8 different covers. I'm sending these to some people that I care about in the wedding industry primarily. I made this bookboard case for them. I don't know if you can see it in here. Can we get the light right? That green lining, I really like the way that looks. So I made these cases and put a little sticker on them. The sticker says, "When in doubt, look for the fear," which I think is really true. Like chase the thing that's scary, because the fear is the indicator that we're heading in the right direction, I think. Which is why I'm really happy about having this conversation, because frankly, it was a little scary to get on Insta Stories or on Insta Live today and talk about this. Anyway, I am sending with those a note card. This is my note card for right now, and it's another Seth Godin quote. "People like us do things like this." A logo on the back. But really, the idea is I'll write a note on this side and give this side away. I've got one more thing I'm going to do over here. And by the way, check out that holographic foil. Well, that's not picking up the holo very well. How cool is that? Yeah, so people like us do things like this. I mean, one of the things that I realized recently, well, shoot, I kind of want to do a whole video about this. It's essentially who my people are, who I want to work with, what wedding planners I want to work with, what clients I want to work with. We view the world differently, and that's why when my friend says, you know, "Why are you looking for permission to, you know, be sloppy," or however he said it, I don't think he gets it at all. He's not one of us. And one of the things that Seth Godin talks about a lot, and one of the things that I hold true to, is this isn't for everybody. And it may very well not be for you. If it is for you, I think you'll know it. I think you'll know it right away. I think you'll know it just by watching these videos. So if it's for you, give me a call. If you want to continue this discussion about being yourself in the luxury wedding market when you don't necessarily live in the luxury world, I'm really interested in what that looks like, because, you know, I can't hide that I live in Lakeland, Florida, and work out of this space across the street from a Panera. It just kind of is what it is. I'm confident in my ability to make transformative stationery, the kind of stationery that really, truly changes the relationships my clients have with their people. It takes big budgets to do it the way I do it, and I'm okay with that, and my clients are cool with it. And if you are one of those people, you're people like us. These are the things that we do. And if you don't see the world that way, it's totally cool. Watch these videos, hang out, but maybe it's not for you. Well, thanks for watching. I am so glad to be back. The next video is number 50, and that's a big deal for me. I've got another really exciting project I'm working on. It's called The Taste Narrative. You may want to start following the hashtag The Taste Narrative on Instagram. Some exciting things happening there. Until next time, I'll see you later.